afternoon. Welcome to Planned Parenthood program. What brings you here tonight?
I came to see if you could advise me in different types of contraceptives you have.
Well, there are many types of contraceptives. For example, you can use pills for your birth control. No, there's like manuals on the back. You could also use condoms, which would prevent you from getting pregnant. Do you guys know how to use a condom?
No, we don't.
Well, this is how you use a contraceptive. First, you have to move it out of the way so you guys don't rip it and cause a pregnancy. Then, once you have it, you see this little tip? Okay, well, that, you're going to put it on the guys, you know what, and then you're going to roll it down. This is very crucial. You guys don't want to rip it because you guys don't want to be... What?
You're under arrest.
You guys are under arrest for the advising of contraceptives.
That's impossible.
No, it is possible.
Griswold versus Connecticut 1965, a judicial activism case. Griswold, the executive director of Planned Parenthood League of Connecticut, and Dr. C. Lee Buxton were arrested and found guilty for providing a married couple with illegal contraception under Connecticut's law, and were fined $100 each. However, Griswold and Buxton took this case to the Supreme Court, claiming that the law of Connecticut violated their Bill of Rights. The Connecticut court upheld the conviction. The Supreme Court of the United States majority opinion ruled that the Connecticut law violated the right to privacy. In other words, it violated the First Amendment, freedom of speech, Third Amendment, the Fourth Amendment by making an unreasonable search and seizure, the Fifth Amendment, freedom from self-incrimination, and the Ninth Amendment. The Supreme Court, in a decision of 7-2, favored with Griswold, striking down Connecticut's law.
Good afternoon, ma'am. I came to see if I could have an abortion. I'm only 3 weeks pregnant.
No, you can't have an abortion. You don't
Why?
have the right.
What? What do you mean I don't have the right?
You don't have the right to abort. Please get out of my
But
office.
it's my body. I should have the right to choose whatever I please.
Well, that's not according to the law.
The civil case of Roe v. Wade was reviewed due to the rule of 4. Defendant Wade loses to the Supreme Court's decision in which they favored Roe based on the precedent Griswold v. Connecticut. The decision to not let Roe abort was overturned due to the jurisdiction of the Supreme Court's decision. It was a justiciable dispute since it was settled and Roe had won.
Sir, I want to abort this baby.
You have no right. That's a human being right there.
I should have the right to say whether or not I want to abort.
Well, he may be your baby, but he has his own voice, even though he can't speak for that.
I think she has the right to have an abortion, even if it is the baby's choice.
Hello, I came for my appointment for the abortion I had scheduled today.
Yes. Okay. Here's what you're going to need. You're going to need the consent of a spouse, of your parents, and a reason to why you want to abort.
Why would I need their consent in order to get an abortion?
Because there's this new act of Pennsylvania that has been passed, and in order to abort now, you need those requirements. If not, you can't abort.
But that's not fair. It's my body. I should have a say in whether or not I want the abortion.
In the Supreme Court case Planned Parenthood v. Casey, the institution Planned Parenthood decided to update its restrictions concerning the abortion control with the Pennsylvania Abortion Control Act. And that act states that a woman who wants to abort needs a consent from their husband, from their parents, and a good reason why to abort. In this case, a woman needed to abort, but she needed to wait 24 hours before and had to get the consent of his husband. The case, once in the court was debating if the case Roe v. Wade should be overturned with this new Pennsylvania Act because they thought that the act was violating Roe v. Wade's decision. But it wasn't, because a woman could still abort, although it had regulations. The court loosened its standards, and the court went from using a strict scrutiny to an undue burden that permits these considerable regulations. The result of the case was a 5 votes for Planned Parenthood and 4 votes for Casey. The act got to stay, and now women need to consent in order to abort.
Hi, honey. I've come to get your consent so I can abort our baby.
For what?
To abort our baby. I don't want to have the baby. You have to sign it.
I don't have to.
Yes, you do.
Why?
Because I don't want to have the baby.
Well, now that the partial abortion act was passed by George Bush, I'm not gonna be able to use the abortion. I'm sorry, I lost a lot of clients. They're gonna have to take that baby. They're gonna have to have it.
I'm supposed to have this kid now?
Yeah, you had a lot of fun doing it, so.
That doctor will get you soon.
Exactly.
Thank you.
Previously, before the Gonzalez v. Carhart 2007 Supreme Court, Bush passed the Partial Birth Abortion Ban Act. This banned all late abortions from being practiced. This court case went through federal district courts, then went through an appellate jurisdiction, appealing to courts of appeal. The Supreme Court ruled a 5-4 ruling, saying that the partial birth abortion banning was not unconstitutional, and it ruled that the act did not violate the woman's rights.
So, this is how you open them. This is how you use them. Sir, this is a very serious matter. And then, oh my god, you're under arrest. What? You guys are under arrest for the advising of contraceptives. What? Oh, I'm a woman, ma'am.
Go. Start recording.
Now that the Partial Abortion Act passed. Well, now that the Partial Abortion Ban Act passed, thanks to George Bush, I'm not gonna be able to do this procedure. I'm sorry.
What am I supposed to do with my kid now?
I don't know. Have it?
You want this? No, you want this? I don't think you want it.
No.
Look at it. I think something's wrong with it. How can I not have an abortion?